So today we got a new trailer promoting and advertising the big Star Wars publishing event, the High Republic. Now, with that being announced today, I think today would be a great time for all Star Wars fans to run out and buy themselves a copy of Star Wars Heir to the Empire. Let's talk about that. Hey there everybody, it's RevKev here. Pray you're having an amazing day today. If you're new to the channel, I just really want to welcome you here, and I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, just be a part of the community here. It means the world to me. As I was saying, High Republic is kind of a Lucasfilm publishing event that's coming out. They're talking about it being released in 3 phases, comic books, magazines, kids novels, young adult novels, adult novels. And I've tried to read a number of the books since Disney took over Star Wars. I've tried to read the comic books. The comic books have been hit and miss. There have been really no good series apart from maybe the Vader series that have come out, and most of them are pretty bad train wrecks. I've tried to read a number of the novels. I've never finished one. Not even Ahsoka. I didn't even finish that one. And I love Ahsoka Tano as a character, and I couldn't even get to the end of that book. So that was my main reason for getting back into the expanded universe. Is I love reading, and I love reading these Star Wars books, and I just couldn't get into the new stuff that was being done. And hard to believe, but Star Wars Heir to the Empire is going to be celebrating 30 years in 2021. Heir to the Empire was first published in May 1991. Now, for Star Wars fans, that was back in the dark times. That's when there was no talk of any new Star Wars coming out. Return of the Jedi had come out in 1983. The prequel trilogy, Episode 1, didn't come out until 1999. There's a 16-year gap that came in there, and right smack in the middle of that was Star Wars Heir to the Empire. And this brought life back into the Star Wars universe. It brought life back into fandom and really ignited basically what you see behind me is the expanded universe. And if you've never read this, maybe you became a Star Wars fan after, during the prequels. You were a kid during the prequels, and in 1991 you weren't reading books of this size. Now's the time, because this book, not to give any spoilers away, but this book nails it. This book just handles perfectly the creation and introduction of new characters while bringing in the familiar characters, the Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and integrating them well into a new story, bringing new characters, people like Grand Admiral Thrawn, people like Mara Jade, people like Talon Karrde, characters that have been fan favorites now for 30 years. Creating these new characters and seamlessly just really doing an amazing job of putting them together into an adventure, into a trilogy together in a way that the sequel trilogy barely even scratched on. So for me, this whole trilogy, Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command, you can get these now for about $30 for the whole series. I would strongly encourage people to go out and do that. I mean, the new High Republic book that's coming out, it's coming out in hardcover here in my country, in Canada. It's $33 coming out brand spanking new. I'll pass on $33 for one book. You can get all 3 of these for that exact same price, brand spanking new. I encourage you to run out and do that, and you will not be disappointed by this series. The one drawback, the one thing that I didn't like about it is a lot of times I feel the pacing of the book isn't quite Star Wars-y enough for me. They introduced something. Now, I haven't read all the other books, so I don't know if they all continue this theme, but the idea of being in hyperspace for days, even weeks, never really got that sense of Star Wars. It's like you kind of hyperdrived and you were there within a couple of hours. That's the way I've always viewed Star Wars, but they kind of used hyperspace as a plot point, to kind of stretch some things out and to try to intercept people. So I get why they used it. It just kind of really, for me, slowed the story down. That's really the only negative thing I've got to say about this entire book series. It's great Star Wars reading. If you have never read it, now's the time to do so. So run out, grab the Heir to the Empire trilogy, and you will have a great time immersing yourself in the expanded universe of Star Wars books. Now, and for those of you who have read this before, what did you think of the series? One of your favorites, one of your least favorites? Would love to know what you thought of it in the comment section below. And as always, so appreciate each and every one of you for coming by. Till the next video, God bless.